Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the speed.
Yeah, anytime there's a chance for the Brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Ryan Pepio. What's the word on him?
Yeah, he gave up several earned runs his last time out. I think command is a huge issue for him, and fastball command. He's got to trust it. He's got good velocity. Attack hitters with it in this one.
Okay, all set to go. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And that one misses up and in. And this one is off and running. The 1-0. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings over the top of that one.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Gets to it on to first, and he'll be safe at first.
Batting second, the third baseman.
I feel like that's one of those rules in baseball that's tough to explain the logic behind. If you're talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game, it's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout. It's an offer for the batter. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Runner goes again. Pitch is low. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. That's outside. And it's 2-1.
2-1.
And fouled off. No outs, runner over at third. Checks his swing, now an appeal to third. No, he held up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And now it's Juan Soto. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second with a stolen base.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get 2 runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
Here comes the 0-1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. That misses the zone. Now 1 and 2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out here in the finale of this 4-game set. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That one's deep. Makes the grab. Both runners tagging. Relay throw home.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly RBI. Good job to get that run in from third.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
That's off the inside corner. And the count even 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside. Swings through that. One away with a runner at third. And that one hammered. DeLuca going back. And it's caught just in front of the wall. And that should get the job done as he tags from third. He's in on the sac fly. It's 2-0.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Bryce Harper at the plate now. That's ball one. Swings and misses. And it's a ball and a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And the next pitch is way outside. Now one missed.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Francisco Lindor waits on deck. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long bat.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Lindor mashed a couple of homers in his last game. In the dirt. That misses. And that is ball 1. Harper off of first with 2 away. The shortstop takes the ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Lindor checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. 2 outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. No hits for them in the inning, but they're gifted a couple of runs. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Yankees 2. The Rays coming to bat. Back now in Tampa Bay. And today on the hill, Max Fried. What do you look for here?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings,
leading off,
look out. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And now the DH, Jose Caballero. First pitch swinging.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-1. Caballero went deep in his most recent game. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses, 2-2. Swing and a drive, deep right field, way back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. That to right. That one gets down for a hit. And that's going to get into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now the number 2 hitter, Richie Palacios. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Ramirez makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting third, the second baseman, Brandon.
And let's take a look at the lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with 1 swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning. Everything shifts and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Brandon Lau in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And that's through there for a strike. And a count 1-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat.
Runner breaks for third. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Right side, hard hit. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
Now it's going to be Ha-Seong Kim. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
This one popped up under it. And that'll do it. 1 left for Tampa, and they're down 2-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, new inning getting started. Now, Yainer Diaz. Diaz, in his 3rd season, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. In the air, right side. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Batting 8, the second
Here's
baseman,
the second
number
baseman.
17.
Had the day off yesterday. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Ball.
That one almost got him.
Ball 2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. So up next, Brenton Doyle. Inside. Ball one. Doyle matched a homer in his last game. The 1-0. That clips a corner. And a big swing and a miss.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
2 down, nobody on. And that's way high. And it's 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
No.
Just misses with that one.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
2 outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Draws the walk there. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Runner on the go. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back. And that one is off the top of the wall. Across is the runner from first. And they lead by 3.
Well, this one started with a bad jump, a bad read off of the bat. He ends up having to try to leap out of desperation. Can't come down with it, and it turned into extra bases.
So a runner at third, 2 outs. Now it's Jose Ramirez. He reached out a walk his first time. That's outside. Ball 1. Chisholm at third with 2 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got it. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Now to the bottom of the second. Yankees 3, the Rays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. And now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
Aranda.
Max Fried will go to work. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Next pitch is outside. There's a strike. Got him looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there. And I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Josh Lowe, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. One down, base is empty. Hit on the ground to the right side. Harper takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 7th, the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca.
Johnny DeLuca, the next to hit. Just 2 hits in the series. Both of them have been home runs. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning.
He was all over that
Batting
one.
8,
I know that was
the
a ground
catcher,
ball, but it was
Ben
absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Ben Woodvett stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
No strikes.
Fastball for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fly ball to right. Soto should have this one, and that's the 3rd out. The Rays strand just the 1. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back. Let's
Leading
check
off
out
for
what's
the
been
Yankees,
happening
the
of
right
late.
fielder,
Really been
Juan
playing well.
Soto.
Pepio back to work. Popped up. Kim sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
And Judge spoils that one. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Harper stands in now and watches strike 1. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Just missed. In the air, center field. DeLuca sizing this one up. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
off
check out
for
the
the
latest
Reds,
news from around the
third
league.
baseman, Taylor Walls.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That's in there.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Just misses. Now 1-2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Right through there, got him. And one away.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate.
Now batting,
When you're looking out
the
over the plate,
designated
you're
hitter,
also going to let the ball
okay.
travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Caballero batting for the second time,
0-1.
and that's strike one. That clips the corner. A changeup missing, and the count 1-2.
1-2.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this,
The
known
left
for
fielder,
using the
number
entire
1,
field.
Ricky.
Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Palacios.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Richie Palacios. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike. Ha! 0-2.
Next
Ball.
one misses, and the count 1-2. And there's a ball.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the third. Nothing doing for Tampa. Still down 3-0. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, number
Now
70.
pitching for the
Pretty
Rays.
tight game, so they're looking for quality
Number 70.
pitches out of him right here.
Mike.
Got to do his best to keep the score right
Fastball.
where it is.
Now up to
Leading
hit
off for the
Francisco
Yankees, the
Lindor.
shortstop,
He was a
Francisco
strikeout victim his first
Lindor.
time. The shortstop takes the ball. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Manuel Rodriguez warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Rasmussen getting cranked up as well. Line drive. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Other than
Now
ripping
batting,
one into
the
the
catcher,
gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Next to hit, Yainer Diaz. First offering, and it just misses. Lindor on the move. Squirts away a little bit. No throw. He's in there safely. Swing and a ball popped in the air. It's going to fall for a hit. Coming home. The throw in. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal
bat,
second base,
number
get in the
17.
scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Now it's the second baseman. On the ground right side, Loud sends it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early,
Now
but you
batting,
still want to
left
move the
fielder,
runner up and give your
Brenton
team a chance to
Doyle.
score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Doyle now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Runner on at third, one gone. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Chisholm in the box with two gone. And takes a look at a called strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
The third baseman.
Two outs, runner at first. Here's Jose Ramirez. A strikeout and a walk. Runner takes off on the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Yankees 5, the Rays nothing. Bottom of the 4th,
leading
Lau
up
at the
for
plate.
the Rays, the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now it's even up. Get 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Kim, the next to hit, takes ball 1. One down, base is empty. Popped up, and that's a foul ball. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Chisholm settles under this one, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Jonathan.
2 down, base is empty. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jonathan Aranda went down on strikes his first time through. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Rays held in check here. It's 5-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Juan Soto.
On the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Soto, 26 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there, gone. He sends a rocket to left. His 9th homer of the year. It's 6-0.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 70 done for the night, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Joe
Rays,
Boyle takes over on the mound.
number 36.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
Boyle.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Aaron Judge at the plate. That one finds the corner. Strike one. Judge comes up empty there.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
Oh, big power guy right there, and generating so
Now
much
batting,
bat speed.
the
It's
first baseman,
hard to bring
Bryce
that to a halt once you've
Harper.
committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one upstairs, ball one. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the fifth. And he grounds one back up the middle. Ken with the throw to first. Harper retired.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And now it's Frankie Lindor.
Lindor.
1 for 2. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That's a little bit low.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
And there's a foul ball. And a foul ball.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does. When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it drops in. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad
Now
job.
batting,
Those
the
small
catcher,
moments can be
Yainer
costly.
Diaz.
Yainer Diaz stepping in now for the Yankees, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
Runner.
Lindor on the move. There's a ball. Throw, save.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And now 2-2. Lindor at second with 2 down. Next pitch is outside.
Excellent location right there. Flirted with the zone, tried to get in the chase.
Flares it into the outfield. Hauls it in to end the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 6-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. Well, these Rays just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
1 down, base is empty.
2-1.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single. And now Ben Wortvet flied to right his first time. Fouled off left side. Freed out of the stretch, fires. Swing and a chopper out to short. Dive, and he's got it. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Yankees 6, the Rays nothing. Back now in Tampa Bay. Now here is number 17. Boyle back to work.
He seems to have lost a little bit of focus on executing that pitch right there, not staying through the target, and clearly not the release point he wanted.
And up next for New York, Brenton Doyle. He's 0 for 1. There goes the runner. Out to center. DeLuca on his way over. Hauls it in for the out.
The center fielder, number 13, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Runner on the move. And first offering is fouled off. Runner on the go again. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Throw to second, safe. Deal one. Runner takes off for third. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. The run comes in to score from second, and it's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So 2 down. Here's Juan Soto. He's already homered in this game. Runner takes off. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. DeLuca in position. And makes the grab. And that is that. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Yankees 7, the Rays nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Taylor Walls.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And Freed gets his second strikeout of the game.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Now an 0-2 from Freed. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
The left fielder, number
2
1.
outs, base is empty. Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch just misses.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one laced to center and a base hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Absolutely hammered that baseball very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Lau in the box again, takes a strike.
2 quick outs, needed to get that third one, wasn't able to do it. Now you bring up the heart of this order. You got to find a way to get it done right here.
That
Ball
one a little
one.
bit high, and that's ball one. Palacios off of first with 2 away. And they'll do it again. Got him looking. That's his 9th strikeout so far. 1 left for Tampa. They continue to trail 7-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Rays,
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number 29.
mound, Pete Fairbanks.
Pete.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because
Leading
these
off the
batters
Yankees,
count the
the
same for his
designated
stats,
hitter,
obviously, regardless of the
Judd.
score.
Judge
Ball.
in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Check
Ball 2.
swing, no appeal. Just
No,
missed.
that's the ball. 3-1.
Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his
Full
arms
count.
extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Blew the express right by his
Now
bat for
batting,
strike
the
3.
first baseman,
Now, this pitching
Bryce
staff has been merciless
Harper.
against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
And that one fouled off. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double. Well, he waited until the 7th,
batting,
but that's the knock
shortstop,
that'll extend his
Francisco
hitting streak.
Lindor.
Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over. So it's there, at least in the back of your mind.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Kim over to first. Out. Lindor retire.
Now batting, catcher Yainer Diaz.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Yainer Diaz. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
0-1.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one hit to right. That's a base hit. Run scores. So man aboard. Here's the second baseman. Swing and a miss as he was out front that
No
time.
balls. 1 strike.
And it's strike 2.
0-2.
And the pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Hit in the air, left field. Palacios puts it away, and that'll do it. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Yankees 8, the Rays nothing. Well, this game isn't very close, Siggy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Popped up. Harper has a beat on it. And there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jonathan.
Jonathan Aranda getting ready to hit.
Let's go, Tampa.
He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack
Now
for tonight. I mean,
right
finding
fielder.
all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And a swing and a miss. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. Still 8-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, and the batter now, Brenton Doyle. Fairbanks, a 6'6" righty, 31 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2015. Foul ball there. Outside low, 1-1.
1-1.
That one ripped. Palacios on the move. And that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Back to the top of the order, and now the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the first offering is not close. And a swing and a miss.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch, perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That's inside. It's 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Man at second. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Coming home. He will score. The throw into second, and in at second with an RBI double.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
And next for New York, Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. And that one
1-0.
way outside. 1-0. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's a hit. And now two aboard. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the
Aaron
game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Pete Fairbanks won't go any further tonight, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base.
Now
back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher on here, Manuel Rodriguez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it breaks a ton.
One down. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And the slider catches the zone. Traffic on the bases with one already in. And we're in the top of the eighth. That one misses. And 1-1.
1-1.
Now a check swing,
down.
but he held up.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. That's
Ball.
inside. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So bases loaded with one away. Bryce Harper stepping in now for the Yankees. To first, maybe a 2-ball. To second, that's one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees 9, the Rays nothing. And we're back,
Leading
ready
off
for the
for
bottom
the
of the
Rays,
8th. And stepping
the
in for the
center
Rays, Johnny
fielder,
DeLuca.
Gianluca.
That just misses.
Inside.
Ball 1. Freed still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one. And at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one ripped left field, ranging back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
That one's in there. And the count 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he
The third
wants back
baseman,
at the
number
plate.
6,
2 strikes,
Taylor.
sort of pitcher hoping for a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Walls, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike
No
one.
balls. 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next
Ball.
pitch misses outside, and it's
1
a ball and a
1
strike.
strike.
Fought off foul. And it's even up.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa, and they're down 9-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Rodriguez back to work.
No.
Just missed. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that is downstairs. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count.
And down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Yainer Diaz
Up next for the
stepping
Yankees,
in now for the
catcher,
Yankees.
Yainer
Well, no better night than Sunday night when everyone is watching. You break out, you just let them know that you haven't gone anywhere.
Aaron Boone
Number
making a move for a new bat. Austin Wells.
Wells.
Looking to start something with 1 gone. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a pinch hit double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat.
Now
I'll
batting,
tell you,
number
when
17.
you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
1 out, runner at second. Now it's the second baseman. 0 for 3 in this one. Fouled off to the right. On the ground, right side, into the outfield, base hit. To second, but way too late, safe there.
Now batting.
He kind of rolled
left
over
fielder,
on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now the left fielder, Brenton Doyle, pitches in there. That's strike 1. One down, runners at second and third. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. And that's a fair ball. 1 run across. Throws to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Man at second with 1 away. And now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the ninth. In the air, left field, Palacios on the move. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's safe at third on a risky play as he moves up with two gone now. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off. Strike on the inside corner.
Ball one.
Ground ball right side. Loud. On to first. Out. And that is that. Bottom of the ninth coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. Staying in the game on defense, Austin Wells. He takes over behind the plate to do the catching after entering the game as a pinch hitter. Back to the top of the order now. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Jose Caballero.
He's got a rare skill set out there on the mound. Even when he's low on energy, his stuff still has bite to it. You just don't see it flattening out just because he's tired. He's still delivering good action.
Doyle sizes this one up, hauls it in for the out.
The left fielder, number 1,
Richie Palacios will hit next.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Base is empty, one away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Chisholm makes the catch. 2 away.
The batter, number 8, second baseman.
Last chance for the Rays. Brandon Lowe next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The Rays with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Popped up first base side. Wells under this one. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees slugged their way to a win in this one.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
11-0 your final score, and the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.